We are all on the hunt for that perfect paper to use our fountain pens and inks on. We order it, we wait for it to come in, and we use it. Sometimes it can get quite expensive with the shipping fees and the markups. But what if I told you that right down at your local Walmart, you can find a fountain pen friendly paper? That's right. Yes, you can. And if you want to know which paper I'm referring to, stay tuned. Guys, it's me, Monica, with MShaunPlans, and I'm back with another video. As I said in my intro, I have some paper for you that is fountain pen friendly, and you can go get it right at your local Walmart. Yes, you can. And it is the Walmart brand Pen and Gear Notebooks. Guys, when I tell you that this paper is everything, it is everything. And as you can tell, I have several notebooks here. I have a little, kind of like the traveler's size, not the traveler size, the passport size notebooks. And then I have like maybe a B6, A5. Let's see if I can grab let's see, this is my B6 Galen leather notebook. Let's see if I can grab that. It's a little bit bigger than B6. Let's see if we can compare it to A5. And this is my A5 Hobonichi planner. It is a little bit wider, so I would call this an A5 wide if I had to put a classification on the notebook. So this is a notebook that I use to kind of test my pens in to see if they're writing correctly. As you can see, I have scribbled all in this book. A little bit of shade, not even that much. I don't even know if you can tell, but I can write on the front, on the back. I have been able to write in this notebook with no issues whatsoever. I just write random stuff, you guys. And this paper is absolutely wonderful. I practice my handwriting in these notebooks. So yeah. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how fountain pen friendly this notebook paper is. So I'm going to grab my Cockymore brass nib, and I'm just going to grab an ink that I happen to have beside me, which is Colorverse's Coffee Break. And we're just going to do an ink swatch. And this paper, I don't think it has a weight on it. Let me look. It doesn't, but it does have 80 sheets in the memo book, and then in the Poly 5 subject notebook, there are 150 sheets. So we're just going to, and I've never did an ink swatch in the notebook, in these notebooks before. So this will be my first time doing this. So we're just gonna do like an ink swatch here. And when I tell you that this paper is so smooth, it is like writing on butter. So this is Colorverse. Coffee Break. And this is just if I was doing an, y'all, I can't draw. Y'all know that. If I was doing, like I would just be swatching inks. So this is just a sample ink swatch. And those of us who like to do common placing, this would be a great notebook for it. It's very inexpensive. I sent my husband out earlier to get two, and they were like $1.30 something cents a piece. So yeah, so let's look at our paper right here. Let's turn it over to the back. Look at that. Look at the paper, people. Just hold on. Miss Marilyn, darling, when she does her swatches with different inks, she tests all types of paper. And I want to say this is one of them. And I just really, really, really wanted to highlight that this notebook, this paper is great for fountain pens. So I'm going to turn my page over and just kind of continue to let that dry. And I'm going to use my Opus 88 Chloro, excuse me, pen, and this has a broad nib on it. This does have a broad nib. I want you guys to see that this is a broad nib. Okay, and this is filled with a shimmer ink. This is Diamine Ink Vent 22's Deck the Halls. I was going to say Jingleberry, but it's Deck the Halls. So I really want you to see how versatile this notebook paper is. So this is the Opus 88. And I know with some of the more finer paper like Tomoe River, Clairefontaine, or what's the name of the paper? Gosh, I cannot think right now. But some of our other more expensive, finer, thinner papers, you get that feedback. Well, guess what? If you are sensitive to that, you don't have to worry about that with this paper. I promise you that. And this is with a broad nib. And this is inked with So there's that writing sample. Sorry that is blurry, but let's turn our page over, okay? Look at that. Absolutely magnificent. Look at that. Now let's go back to our previous page. You can see some of the shading within the ink. I'm not going to promise you're going to be able to see it all the time. But again, if you're looking for that starter notebook to get started with, and I'm just for the sake of anything, I'm going to write with this Write Tech gel pen. And this is the 0.5, the equivalent of a fine fountain pen nib. I'm going to take my Pilot Vanishing Point with Birmingham Pen Company's Pennsylvania Fieldstone. And I know I kind of ran out of room, so I just bunched it together. But look at that. You can see the shimmer in Deck the Halls. Let's try another pen that I have over here. I have my TWSBI with an indigo blue and bronze inked with Roar and Klinger's Verdigris. Look at that. Now, we have all of our ink samples here. Let's flip our page. I'm telling you, this is some amazing paper. I have my Esterbrook Esty still inked up from last month. There's just a little bit of ink in here. Let's try this, and this is with Diatramentis Black Red. Okay. Let's turn our page over. Look at that. And the same quality paper is in this 5-subject notebook. I had started writing in this, started writing some stuff regarding YouTube, and we're just going to go through and we're going to do the same test as we did in our memo book. So I'm going to let you watch me write that, and I'll be right back. Okay, but anyway, these are the writing samples in the A5 wide notebook. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the page. Make sure that's just that one page. Look at that. No ghosting, no bleeding, no running. So, is this paper worth the money? Yes, it is. If you just want to use, and I was in Time with Tata and Pen Gangsta's Life, and they were asking about a cheap paper, and I was like, yeah, Walmart's Pen and Gear. She was like, I just want something that I can do a writing sample and then just throw away. If you want that, this is it. If you want to do commonplacing, this is it. If you just want an EDC to take with you to take notes or whatever, this is the paper or the notebook for you. It is fountain pen friendly. You saw me do if I can get my articles correct. You saw me do an ink swatch. The same, to me it acts like Tomoe River paper. It's a little bit thicker than Tomoe River paper, but it acts the same. And for me, for someone who needs lines so things will not get crooked, and even with lines I'm still maybe crooked a little bit, this is the perfect notebook for me. So if you are kind of in a tight and you're waiting for that Hobonichi paper to come in and you just want to go ahead and start writing something, run down to your local Walmart, pick up a couple of these pen and gear memo books, or the A5 wide, or if you want to get a regular size notebook, loose leaf notebook. Listen, this paper is exactly where it's at. Don't be surprised if you see me start using this in some of my ink swatch videos. I'm telling you, don't be shocked. So that is all for this particular video. I just wanted to come and put that little bug in your ear, as we say down here in the South. Put that little bug in your ear about these little notebooks. Again, I sent my husband to get 2 of these, and these were like $1.30 something, and then this was like $4. But the paper quality is definitely worth it. Listen. Again, if you're in a tight and you just need some paper to write with your fountain pens, run down to your local Walmart and get you some pen and gear. You will not go wrong. So thank you for joining me today. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And in the meantime, in between time, you guys be safe, be blessed, and have a wonderful day. Bye.